All right. So, very excited to be on here. Very honored to be on here with you guys today. Happy New Year. This is the first Monday of the new year. I don't know about y'all, but you should be really excited. Everything is fresh right now. We have a lot to be excited about. Okay. I'm really, really happy and honored to be co hosting with Julie Glass today. And so I'm going to start off with a little bit of mindset stuff, and then I'm going to pass it over to her for some really awesome action items. So you're not going to want to miss this. Again, let your teams know that we are on. Let them know to hop on, send them the link, give them a little kick in the behind to get on. Sometimes we all need that. So let's get started. So let's start off this year. The topic is relaunching your business. Now, this is going to apply for you if you're just getting started too. It's super important for us that as we're getting started or as we're relaunching our business to really stop and take a moment and decide what is it that we want to see happen with this business? What is it that we want to see happen for our families, for our lives, and to just pause and reevaluate what you would like to see come of this. Now, some of y'all have jumped in because you're like, hey, I love these products. They're helping me. I just want to share this with others, which is fantastic. I think that we can all agree that we share that in common. But some of you are here because you're like, hey, it would be worth it to me to cover the cost of my products, or it would be worth it to me to make an extra $500 or $1,000 a month. Okay. Some of you are like, hey, I am here because I need to replace an income, or I need to have more time with my family. I need to be more present as a parent or as a daughter or as a sister or whatever that is in your life. Okay. I want you to just pause and ask yourself that question. What do I want to see happen this year? What is it that I want to see come from this business? Okay. For those of you who are relaunching, take a moment and think about maybe some of the areas that you could adjust from what you did last year. Okay. Because I do think that is an important part of the relaunch process, is being honest with ourselves. Okay. So I know that last year was hard on a lot of people. We all had different battles, whether you saw them or whether you didn't see them. Everybody went through something last year. Okay. Like, I know it. I see the 100% in the comments. Thank you, Jessica, for for owning it. And that's just the truth. But here's the thing. Here's one of my takeaways from last year. Okay. One of my takeaways from last year is that stuff is gonna happen, and it is gonna come. And life cannot stop, and we cannot wait for perfect times, and business cannot stop while we wait for smoother times, because life just keeps happening. Right? And instead of expecting things to be easy or expecting things to be smooth or expecting things to be perfect, we have to know, hey, we're strong no matter what happens, and we got this. Okay. That's the shift. The shift is not just like, crumbling if things get a little bit difficult, but instead standing on your own 2 feet and deciding, I'm strong and this matters to me, and my feet are grounded. Okay. Really, really, really important. So I want you to ask yourself, what do you want to see happen from this business this year? Okay. Second question, how is it going to impact your life when it happens? What's going to happen to your life when you make that $500 monthly? What changes? I mean, if you'd like to share it in the comments, I'd love to see it, actually. But this is a really, really, really piece of the puzzle. Okay. I want you to stop and think about how is it going to impact your life? What does that extra $500 a month mean to you, or $1,000 a month? Or, hey, sky's the limit here. Genuinely, you can really change your life financially here. Okay. You need to understand that. How is it going to impact your life? Okay. I see Suzanne. Thank you for sharing. She says she can make her car payment without a struggle. Christina says less stress about budget, more freedom. Continue to allow freedom in helping others. Club volleyball payment. You guys, these things matter. I have chills on my skin. Thank you guys for sharing that. I can pay all my bills for the month. Please, please grasp that. Okay. You need to connect to that piece and get obsessed with that piece. Okay. Some of y'all, myself included, a time or two, were really problem focused last year. Okay. I'm dropping some truth. I hope we're still friends after this. The truth is that it's so easy sometimes to be problem focused instead of solution focused. Okay. So our job and the shift that we are all making right now, and I want you to say that you agree in the comments if you're here for it, is that you're no longer problem focused, you're solution focused, you're positive focused, you're goal focused, and you're focused on that feeling of how it's going to impact your life when you achieve the change you're seeking. Okay. Super important. I want you to create a vision board. Okay. If you see it every day, and Julie and I were talking about this earlier, thank you for having me insert this, Julie, is if you don't have a goal for where you're going, I can almost promise you ain't going to get there. Okay. Like you're like, oh, I kind of sort of would like to go here, but you're thinking about it today and it's gone tomorrow. It's not coming for you, sister. It's just not, or brother. But if you create a vision board and you decide what it is that you'd like to see happen, maybe it's paying off some debt. Maybe it's, I distinctly, my friends, remember the vision board I created when I got here. And guess what? It was being able to put my kids in sports because I couldn't do that previously. Okay. It was being able to pay for Christmas without it causing me stress, without the holidays turning into something stressful and not happy. Okay. It was being able to sleep better at night and not have anxiety about my finances. Okay. It was a vacation, things like that. Okay. Put them on a vision board, put it in front of your face where you're going to see it every single day and you have no choice but to see it. Okay. Super important. I have notes here because, yeah, my attention goes all over the place. Something that I want to talk about also is, just when you're approaching your business, it's really important for you to, show up to the calls, show up to the trainings, not just today because it's the fresh first Monday of the year, but consistently. Okay. If you can learn to master your consistency, no matter what's going on around you, no matter what's going on in your life, you're going to change a lot. Okay. Super, super important. I was talking to the team this morning on our coffee chat about how, maybe you have already started a team. Maybe you've got one person on your team. Maybe you've got, I don't know, maybe it's 25 people on your team. And maybe you're frustrated and waiting for those people to want this like you want this. Okay. Maybe that's happening for you. I've been in network marketing for 10 years. Okay. And I have taken the major scenic route. I have taken the route of major failure for a good portion of time. And I'm grateful for that because it taught me a lot. Previously, when I had people join me in business and maybe they didn't take action, maybe they never truly got started, or maybe they were constantly starting and stopping, but not really, really applying themselves, I would take it personally. And I would think it was a reflection of my leadership. And I pretty much had myself convinced that I sucked, actually. So here's the truth, you guys. The truth is that not everybody's going to be ready or want it at the same time that you do. But that should not, absolutely should not determine your business and the way that you work it with the consistency, with the fire, with the excitement, with the belief. It cannot determine your business because it's not a reflection of you. Okay. They're just not ready. What's that saying about you cannot lead a horse, or you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink, right? Let's pause on that for a second. I want you to think of two horses and you're trying to physically drag them to water. How successful are you going to be at that? I'm 5'2". It ain't happening. Okay. And I'm like a mean 5'2", and it still ain't happening. Okay. So if that's how you're approaching this business, is you're like, I got these two people on my team and I'm just trying to force them to the water because this freaking water is awesome and it's here and they should drink it. Why do they not see it? You can't do it. Okay. Your job is to go out there and share it and find some horses that want to go on this journey with you. Okay. That is your job. It is, and it's more fun, I promise. Okay. I am pretty close to wrapping this up here because we're gonna be very aware of your time tonight and make this short, sweet, and impactful. Here's the thing. Let's say you do have people on your team and they've been around and they're just, they're just not doing a whole lot. I want you to love them anyways. I want you to be a friend anyways. I want you to check in with them anyways. Just be a good human. That's really all there is to it. Because here's the truth. Something may shift in their life and they're going to be ready to run at a different time. And they're going to remember the kindness that you've shown them all along because you never made them feel bad for it. Okay. Super, super important. I've been that that horse stuck in the mud in previous companies and things like that. So I get it. I've always appreciated friendship in the way that I've been treated by good uplines. So be that person. Last thing that I really want to share, you guys, is just, this is the time of action. Nobody's coming to save you. That's a harsh reality. And I wasn't intending on sharing that right now, but it's on my heart to share it with you guys. You know who is coming to save you? Your dang self. And if you've been praying for it, God's like, hey, it's right here. It's right in your lap. Here it is. Go share happiness with the world around you. And if you just keep looking and avoiding what you have your hands on, you're going to miss it. Don't miss it. Okay. Show up, be intentional, be excited, understand what you have your hands on, and let's run with this thing, my friends. Okay. One last reminder. We are solution focused. We are positive. We've got a vision for where we're going, and we're going to take as many people as humanly possible alongside us this year. So it is my honor to introduce you guys to Julie Glass. She's going to share all the action. I hope you have pen and a paper ready to go. She's going to share some really, really great tips with you. And so I'm going to pass it to her. Go for it, Julie.
Thank you, Melissa.
Of course.
Trying to see how I can put myself on the screen. And I on your big screen? Okay, perfect. Wow, that was awesome. I loved everything that Melissa said. We had a chance to talk earlier today, and we were both in agreement that we feel this shift coming, this shift in energy, this shift within our company, this shift within our teams. And we are both super excited that we get to lead off the very first Zoom of the year with that shift, in place. So I echo everything that she says. It's so funny that she brought up vision boards, because literally as I was logging on to this Zoom, my son, 14-year-old son, was down here. I have my vision board on the floor from last year. We're getting ready to do a new one. And he said, Mom, it is so cool to see all the things that we got done last year on the vision board. And that really was a cool feeling when I stopped back and looked at the things that we accomplished. We didn't achieve all of them, but there was a big chunk of them. So that felt really good. I noticed that Ricky put in the comments, dream plus vision plus action equals reality. So Melissa did a fabulous job kind of casting a vision and encouraging you to set a vision, figure out what you're working for, why you're doing it. That definitely makes sense, right? Like if you don't know where you're headed or why you're doing it, it probably makes it very hard to do the things. So my part now is that last piece, the action piece. So I'm going to give you, I've got 4 tips here for you going into 2022. The first one, you guys expand your horizons. So it's a new year, right? And people typically set new habits, new goals, new ideas that they want to incorporate into their life. And it usually revolves around health, fitness, diet, finances. It's all typically the same stuff. I'm going to encourage you to do that from your business standpoint too. So I'm going to challenge you to change up your DMOs or your IPAs, whatever you call them, the things that you do daily to build your business. If you've been doing the same set of activities for the last 6 months, or in my case, 4 years, change them up, incorporate some new things. It will definitely keep things more exciting. It'll keep things more fun. Those activities can get mundane, I know, because we do them over and over and over and over again, right? Because they're called daily DMOs for a reason. But change them up. And so if you're not doing like Facebook Reels or TikTok videos, or maybe you haven't explored on Instagram, add something new to your routine. It's going to keep you excited. It's going to keep you doing something new. And it could build your business. So we know that reels are super hot right now. Reels have been so much fun, loving the reels. I'm glad you guys are loving them. So change it up, right? So what's the old saying is that if you want something you've never had before, you have to be willing to do things that you've never done before. And so that is true with your business too. Venture out into something new, keep learning and growing, change it up. Yes, change it up, you guys. So I recently had an issue where I didn't have access to Facebook Reels. I literally think I'm like the only one on earth that doesn't have them. And so it was a barrier for me. And I talked to my sponsor, Brittany Beck, and she suggested that I create a new Facebook account in addition to the one that I have already. And so you guys, I can't tell you how much fun that's been, you know, being more intentional with sending out friend requests, being more intentional with my content, playing with reels on that new account versus my old one that didn't have it. It's just keeping things super fun and new and fresh. And it's keeping my attitude fresh and new. And I'm meeting new people. So just changing up slightly, change up your DMOs. If you've been doing the same thing for a while, consider changing, you know, adding 1 or 2 new ones. In addition to those daily method of operations or income producing activities, whatever you guys call them, the things that you do daily to grow your business. If you struggle with that, if you struggle with the consistency part of it, consider grabbing an accountability partner. And it doesn't have to be forever, you know, maybe for just this month of January, maybe January, February, maybe you want to do it 90 days or whatever. Grab an accountability partner. You guys can throw ideas off each other. They may be doing different activities than you're doing. You may be doing different activities than them. You can brainstorm, you can hold each other accountable and really make getting those activities done in a fun way. The next thing I'm going to suggest is get organized. So we're all probably out of routine. I know I am. Schedules have been hectic, right? Some of you guys, I'm a little bit guilty of this, may have slacked a little bit on all the things that you do daily for your business. I know that like what I did in the month of December was probably less than what I did, like say in September, right? Just because of the crazy lifestyle. So I encourage you take pen to paper. I'm going to get a few journals, and that's where I'm headed, Crystal. Pen to paper. What are you going to do every single day to grow your business? What are those activities going to be? How are you going to do them? Where are you going to do them? And when are you going to do them? Got my time block back in check. Perfect, Brittany. That's kind of where I was headed with it. You've got to plan to run your day, or your day will run you. You guys know things come up. Most of us are parents. Kids get sick. Things happen. Animals get sick. You've got to have a plan in place. What DMOs, what IPAs, daily method of operation, or income producing activities are you going to do? When are you going to do them? Where are you going to do them? And how are you going to do them? Are you going to do them from your phone at the kids' basketball practice? Are you going to do them, you know, on your lunch break in your car? Are you going to do them from your laptop before you go to bed? Don't get lost in your messenger. Be intentional with your money-making messenger. I agree, Jessica. My third tip, you guys, is list. So if you are relaunching or you're launching, you have a list of prospects. You probably just don't know where to find them. So here's my suggestions. I've got 4 ideas for list here. Go back to day 1. For me, that's December 2018. I'm going to go through my phone. Most of my conversations are in Messenger. Maybe yours are in text. I'm going to search the keyword opportunity, or maybe even my my link, and I'm going to try to pull up every conversation that I've ever had all the way back to December 2018. And I'm going to put people in different categories. Either they became a customer, they became a brand partner, or we spoke and nothing happened. They didn't order, they didn't join. They're going on a list, right? If they didn't order or they didn't join, you guys, they're still a prospect. They still showed interest at some point in time. Something you had offered a solution to some problem that they had, but maybe they just never got around to ordering or checking it out. So just because they didn't order does not mean that they're off the radar. They're still a prospect. One thing that we talked about at our Diamond Leadership was something called the looking zone. And this was really an eye opener for me. People are in and out of looking zones all the time, right? And I think about when I bought this house, I would message my realtor and say, I think we're ready to go on the market. What do you got? And then she'd come back to me and I'd kind of get, I don't think we're ready. And we did that back and forth, back and forth, back and forth for about 4 months before I was finally ready. People are in and out of those looking zones with our products and our opportunity, right? We don't know what could be going on with them at home. We don't know that maybe they had unexpected car repairs and can't afford to order the products right now. But if you follow back up with them, maybe they're in a different position, right? Same with the business. Searching keywords, we've got interested, Elevocity, happy coffee, business join, opportunity, etc. Yes. So follow up with those people. Just because they didn't order or didn't join then, things could have changed. They could be back in that looking zone. So you definitely want to follow up with them. For me, you guys, going back to December 2018, I mean, I can imagine I literally have hundreds of people that I need to follow up with, right? Hundreds, and probably the same for you too. The next list that I'm going to suggest is a current customer list, people that are currently ordering. Have you reached out to them to ask them if they are interested in learning about sharing these products that they clearly love because they're ordering, right? They're a current customer, for a supplemental income? It's a simple question. If they're ordering the products on a continuous basis, they love the products, right? The products are doing something for them. The products were providing some sort of solution for them. Have they given any thought to maybe sharing them? Would they be open to hearing more information about that? That's a whole list of potential brand partners right there at your fingertips. The third list, new connections that you may have made in 2021. Okay, so if you think about everything that you did in 2021, if your kids joined a new basketball team, if you went on vacation and met some people, if you moved and met new neighbors, or maybe your child started a new school, there are likely people that you met in 2021 that could be added to a prospect list. So I want you to think about those people from January 1st to December 31st, and all the months in between, anybody that you may have met along that way. And then the last list, fourth list, old customers. So when I log in my back office and I look at my customer list, I have customers that ordered in 2019 and never ordered again. I have customers that maybe ordered in 2020 and never ordered again. And then I have those that have continued ordered and trying new products. But the ones that may have ordered way back when, you guys, we have so many new products that have come out since then, right? The ones that maybe tried Max Coffee and it wasn't their jam. Do they know about the new lemonade? Have you told them? Have they tried it? Have they heard about the new shakes? What about the energy caps or the unwind? There's so much potential. We have skincare. Yes, skincare. So many people at our fingertips. It's just a matter of finding those people and reaching out to them. And then lastly, I would tell you to create a list of your dream team. Who would you like to work with? Who, when you see people on social media, do you think, I really love her vibe? She's so awesome. We have so much in common. I love the way she posts. I love her pictures. I feel like I know her. Do you have people like that? Like you feel like they're your social media besties, but you've never talked to them? Put them on a list and start forging those relationships. Create your dream team. So there's so many lists that you can come up with, and these are people that you can begin working with to grow your business. The last tip, I've got 4 minutes. I'm going to get this done right on time. Sample, sample, sample. You guys, we tell you, simple, 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 sample, sample, sample. I'm sitting here, right here. My goal tomorrow is to get samples out. I'm using Nitro Gold, the new Zest Plus, and the energy caps. We've got these amazing flyers in the back office. I don't know if you guys have seen these. You can build your own samples. These are the 3 products that I'm going to use. These are the 3 that I love. I'm going to make a commitment to get out 30 samples in the month of January. So I encourage you guys to do the same, set a goal. Now you've got a list, right? I just gave you tons of ideas of lists of people that you could reach out to. Those are the people that you can get these samples out to, right? So simple, 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 sample, sample, sample. That is exactly what I'm going to do. So those are the 4 kind of ideas that I would give you. Sample, go through your back office, get some lists together, get organized, and then expand your horizons, pick something new, get yourself together, get out there, try something new, and have fun with it. So I hope that was helpful.
Woo, that was amazing, girl. Thank you so much. That was fantastic. If you guys got value from that, show her some love in the chat. You guys, here's the truth. Like, we just have to get out there and do it now. And let me tell you something. The best way to increase your belief, to increase your excitement, to increase your just that boldness, that bravery that sometimes the next step takes is by taking action. I promise you, the moment you check one of these things off of your list, you're going to stand a little bit taller. You're going to be a little bit more confident. You're going to have energy to go do the next thing. The best thing that you can do as we close out this call and as you jump off of this is go take action on one thing. Maybe it's one conversation, okay? Maybe it's just one thing. Maybe it's learning a little bit about how to do a reel, whatever that is, planning out some content, right? Just take the action. I promise you, you're not going to regret just taking a moment, taking the action. You're going to feel like $1 million. If you walk away from this call and you decide, nah, the action's going to wait till tomorrow might not happen. Okay. So you have to take the action today. It's going to just like set your action, your intention, your motion, your belief in concrete by taking action right after this call. So anyways, thank you guys so much. Thank you, Julie. You're an amazing girl. And thank you guys for letting us host today. So have a good evening. Bye, friends.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Melissa.
Thanks,
That was awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank
Hey,
you.
thank you very
Thanks,
much.
everyone.
Thank
That was
you.
Bye.
great.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks. Good night.
Amazing. Have a good night, guys. Thank you.